Hi, good evening. Maria Callamore here. Um, Today I wanted to talk about entitlement and how it can be such a huge trap for us. When we believe that we are deserving of something or it is our right to something, we can get very stubborn and obstinate and hold out for our rights. Whether it be an argument with a friend, whether it be the deed to a will, it becomes an issue you become practically myopic on. You just can't see any other way, and as a result, then it becomes this thing you hold on to so dearly. Sometimes you need to ask yourself, am I, do I want to be happy or do I want to be right? And in the looking and struggling to get the thing I think I deserve, how much else am I blocking? One of the quotes that I think, sorry, one of the quotes that struck me most um, was this gentleman, Dr. Mark Anthony, who said, if you're struggling, you're going in the wrong direction. And I thought to myself, that is so true. Why would I fight for the things that are me or mine? If it was mine, I wouldn't have to fight for it. It would just come. And I found that it has served me on numerous occasions to take a step back sometimes. You know, numerous occasions, not every time, regularly. I don't, but I'm talking about in general. Um, in my wiser days, which is recently, again, in my wiser days, or in my now observing it, anytime I meet the struggle, it's it's better to surrender and let go than to fight and hold on for what I think is so rightfully mine. What is mine will always come back. I can afford to let it go. I can afford to not be worried about it and it finding its way back to me because it always will. So I'm going to do two stories that I can think of that might be assistance. I once saw this car drove into the car park at my son's school, and it was everything I wanted. How pretty it was. It had rims, the color, the paint job, everything about it. And it was huge, big, sturdy looking vehicle. Just the kind of ruggedness I like in a vehicle. And I saw this vehicle and I was like, I've got to have that. Furthermore, the man had a for sale sign on it. So I was like, oh yes, it's taking all that. No money can call. So I called the man and the price I don't have. I don't have the money for this vehicle. And I like it. And I'd love to own it. But even if there's a way for me to get the money, I won't get it in the time the gentleman has given me. So I tried. I'd asked my husband to look at it. He didn't. I'd asked um, a mechanic friend of mine to look at it. He didn't. And I was like, what? Like, this car is not for me, but I like it so. And let me see something. I can pass 1,000 things and never be there, but that thing that sticks out and says, yes, I want you, or it's like if it's be calling me. So I swear it was calling me, right? Couldn't understand. Couldn't get the money back. Anyway, then I came up with an idea and I put a proposal to my friend. But by the time the proposal would have come through again, the gentleman said he already had a buyer for the end of the month. And I wasn't going to get through the end of the month. So after he said that, and I didn't want to stick him up, because when you're selling a vehicle, you ain't want to wait no months but no money. So I told him it's okay. Thank you very much. I'm sorry that I missed this opportunity, but maybe next time. So about 2 months passed, yeah. And the guy calls and says, the other guy, nothing worked out for him either. And the van is still available. Plus, I really liked how much you liked the van, and I'd like for it to be with someone who I think will appreciate it. And I was like, what? second chance. So I then went back to my friend and asked for the loan. And we got the loan. I took the money from him. I paid him what I had and then took a loan on the remainder. But the long and short of it was I got the vehicles. And I was so elated. And I couldn't stop laughing at how it was just at the point when I let it go. It came back to me. But I've also been in a dispute. I was a treasurer of an organization. And I had done as a treasurer a number of fundraisers. And one of my biggest and best came simultaneously one day behind the next. So I did the first part. First part was such a hit. It made the money we needed to spend to get the second part up and running. So I got the money to get the second part up and running. I paid the things. I did the accounts. But we were supposed to wrap Lucky Dips, and I didn't get around to that because I was handling all of the end work from the paper. Next day, now the first day, only I can make it. Only me and another gentleman can make it. So we worked the whole day and whatever. The second day, the others agreed to come. So because I know I'm going to have extra staff, I come a little later because I'm exhausted from all these plannings or whatever, and they're running it. So when I get there, they've got a room for this money that they're working on, and I'm like, oh, room. Yesterday, have an idea handling this was just one me, and it wasn't all that. It wasn't 3 or 4 people dealing with it. It was just one. I said, anyway, I guess. So I worked the whole day and did the sections that I normally was supposed to handle. It was great. We made, oh my goodness, we made twice as much the second day as we made the first day, which was exactly what the idea was, to build some momentum. And then we had such nice things that we knew the children would love. It was the end of term. It was great. It was just great. I go to collect the funds and I hear that I can't be given them because I can't be trusted. And I was like, do you have a physical case you're bringing? Because a statement like that, I think you should have proof. Where in my accounts? First, I haven't submitted any account records that should show a snag. And secondly, where is this coming from? So, anyway, long and short of it was, it caused a huge entanglement. No, it caused a nasty noise. You don't use fancy words. It was a big row. And it was so confusing. Even the headmistress was like, she's not in a position she can get into it, but she can a little confused herself because I have been working with her and I've shown no signs of being anything less than trustworthy. So I was hurt. On top of everything else, I was hurt. I felt like my work wasn't appreciated and I felt entitled to hold my post and hold my position. And I was adamant about it. Went to a meeting, lots of nasty things were said, a lot of mistruths. But we didn't have the meeting first. I talked to my aunt. I was ranting about it, looking for somebody to confirm my justice. My aunt listened and she said, okay, that's too much drama for me. This is how my aunt talks. That's just way too much drama. Let me tell you what, anything that's causing that much ruckus in your life, it's not worth it. Let it go. You don't need to be right. You need to be happy. And this isn't making you happy. Drop it. And I was like, what? What is this woman crazy? But I'm right. Anyway, I listened to her because I thought about it the whole night. And I go, is this serving me? I let it go. I resigned. I just gave them back everything. I let it go. Everything, as soon as I let this go, I was so good. I was myself again. I could think, I could breathe. I was just the happiest lark ever. And although for a long time the story still made me hurt to say it, it was quite a lesson about human nature, not being shocked by it, and knowing your truth. If you know you weren't a thief, and you've always done the best you can, then like what's right? Worrying, being offended, trying to prove what? What would you say something like that about me and that? People can say what it was. They talk about Jesus, who's you? So, me feeling entitled to a level of justice was also being a block for me. But from the time I let it go, it sorted itself out. What was hilarious was hearing people say, people's after comments on it. And at the end of the day, people didn't actually think I stole anything. And even if they did, it doesn't affect me. We take on so many things because we are frightened of them. And our entitlement also then gives us some sort of permission, some extra binding glue or something. But that actually is a trap. All it is a trap. So today, all those things you think you're so entitled to, I want you to know they're blocking all the other doors that are open for you. I proved my worth. I knew I could bring a business from in the red to making money. I'd done my work. I don't need to prove anything else. And so that is the same sentiment I want with you. Know yourself, be comfortable with who you are, but don't get attached to an outcome because it blocks your view of so much more out there. So don't let anything block that view. Don't let anything stop you from really getting the bigger rewards God has for you. Because as you see God put a block in you, He's trying to tell you divert. Go around there. Don't keep trying to get through this door. Go around that other side. That other side got all that you need and more. And I found it to be true. So be kind to yourself today. Check yourself. Are you really entitled? Do you really need to fight for this? Or can you let this go and reap all the fantastic rewards that are there?